Mike.
Ready. Look at it.
Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right there. Check. Lucky.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Ready. Blue ready.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Coming to you.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun, so that one will be accepted. So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. After the penalty, it's Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brings up third down and 2.
Now ready. Flag. What is that?
Winston on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Gun.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 35 on second down, Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now Newton on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. A first down carry now for Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
You got three.
From the 17, Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
On 2nd and 9, Winston going up top for Miller. He's got a man, complete. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 44 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 33 yards that time. Now we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
7 yards there and a first down.
That's another Buccaneers first down.
Ready?
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Oh, this may be a free play for Winston. And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So it's still first and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll come out in the pistol. So now from half the distance closer, here's first and goal. This is Brown. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Malcolm Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do now. The key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Play action. It's Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. They're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's make these big. 8.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
59. Right here.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Miller, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
On 2nd and 7, Newton. That is caught inside the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Winston. And it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Winston. Man open left side is Brown. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
This is taken at the 15. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They fake the give. Newton. He's going to look deep for Moore. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit, but I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything in front of him. Kept his coverage all the way down the sideline in the deep 3rd position and makes the interception.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The 1st down throw for Winston. Going deep this time for Miller. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. After the run, Newton going to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Newton now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 26. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Ready, black 22.
53. Get in the white room. Get in the white room.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Winston. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Ready, 180. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Great.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that is incomplete here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now this throw caught left side. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Let's go.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jameis again. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Jameis to throw it. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Let's go. Do it.
1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Michael, set. Get ready.
Rip left, rip left. Tie left, tie left. 3 down, 3 down. Watch 88, watch 88. Check 50.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. Miller with 1st down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 29-yard line. Good yard. As he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That's good for the Panthers. First down.
That's it. Okay, 180.
First and 10 at the 20-yard
You ain't doing nothing.
Off play action. Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 20, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, first and 10 at their own 24. Following the interception, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Here we go.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Check girls, check girls, check girls.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whip. And a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Operating from the gun, Newton. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give them a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Lamar Miller with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 17-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watch the whip. Wait.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 short in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It's 2nd down.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Winston. And an alley to run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
He's going to look deep for Perriman. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. K'Wan Short has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Ross Cockrell.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Gun.
Here's Newton. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. 10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. He sets to fire deep, and that's caught inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Welcome back now here in London. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. On 2nd and 10, Winston dancing to his left. He hits his target, left side, Watson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's
And Winston lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown from 19 yards away. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. From the gun, Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Again, it's Winston. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Bucs go for it. It's Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaq tops it, making his presence felt on the sack. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches...
And he loses the football a second time. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Jameis now on first down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Brian Burns able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talks about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They begin with a run by Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check, 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 check.
Gun. 8.
Again, it's Miller. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
You got 3 down. Take 4.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Pick your game up.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. They keep it with Miller on 1st down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Here we go.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.